Hi. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about healing emotionally and how it happens in layers, which is so annoying because you think that you're done with something and then all of a sudden, years later, some element of it pops back up, or some piece of it that wasn't quite done is like you know, like a tiny piece of glass somewhere inside of you that's like, you don't necessarily realize it, but you know something's not quite right. Well, when you have unhealed parts of yourself, what ends up happening is that sometimes those things, those elements could be sabotaging you, sabotaging what you really want to do. And it's really important to get to the root of whatever that is. So right now, today's July 10th, it's a full moon. And there's something about this particular full moon and whatever is happening astrologically. I'm no expert in that, but I do read up on all of that stuff or watch YouTubers that know those things. Anyway, there's something about releasing the old. And there's something about full moons that allow what's been hidden in the shadows to come forth. So today, and kind of like maybe even tomorrow, I don't know, but definitely today is a good day if you get some time to just be quiet and see what's lurking inside of you. So for me, anybody that knows me knows that I've been on a healing journey forever. Lots to heal, not just for myself, but ancestral wounds as well, which is something that I'm realizing now. I know not everybody signs up for that when they come and take on a human form. Not everybody's soul contract is about cleaning up ancestral debts and karmas, but mine, I'm starting to realize was. I didn't realize that at the beginning. But anyway, this is my dad, whom I love very much. But what came to me yesterday, and which I did a little bit more work on today. Yesterday, I was doing a meditation where I just allowed myself to be with whatever emotions or whatever comes up. And I found a core wound that I didn't realize was still in there. And the belief was, nobody loves me. Ooh, my voice cracked a little bit with that too. And I might get emotional. It's okay. Anyway, when obviously I did some work yesterday on it where I allowed that belief that was deep rooted in me to come forth to the surface, to not try to change it, just sort of embrace it, like let it have its space so it can naturally clear out, right? Like just like our bodies have natural healing functions, our emotions, our mind also have natural healing functions. But the problem is most of us are too busy, too scared to face the pain, to sit with it, to look at ourselves honestly, that we avoid it. I am guilty of this. This is not a judgment, and this is certainly not I'm holier than thou, because I'm not. But anyway, this is something that I had worked on many, many years ago, and did a lot of self-love work for many years. And so I was kind of surprised to see that this little itty bitty splinter, as one tarot card reader talks about it. His name is My Soul on YouTube. MAI. Very good. Shout out to you. Anyway, he talked about it as a splinter. And so in that, this little splinter of nobody loves you, that little splinter, that little belief has been wreaking havoc in my life. Because the truth is, we manifest, we bring into our lives not necessarily what we think of, but what our vibration is, like where we are resonating. So that little splinter was there, basically creating a life where, I would be alone a lot, or I would be with people that it wasn't always an equal exchange, in terms of the connection, the love, the resources, whatever it was. It wasn't always an equal exchange. And there's also the part of me that would close up, right? Like just and hide, because I didn't want people to not love me. I didn't want people to see the real me and then reject me. That's painful. And so this morning in my meditation, which is why I brought Daddy out, because I had a nice little conversation with him. Daddy's dead, by the way, for those of you who don't know. He's been gone for a long time. But his spirit is always with me. And I do talk to his spirit once in a while. Sometimes I get mad at it. I don't want to talk to him or even look at his photo. And other times, like today, we had a nice little chat. So anyway, in my meditation, I had this beautiful memory of when I was young. And my dad was jogging, and he took me jogging with him. And he's like, he raced me, and he won, and he's like, I beat you. And I just remember looking up at him and beaming, because he was beaming back at me, right? Like I had the strongest bond with my father. Oh my God. And it was really important, right? Just so you understand my situation. And again, I share my story because I'm hoping, it's my intention always, that maybe something that I say resonates with you. Maybe it helps you in some way. Maybe you see that, oh, there's more healing work to do, or there's a deeper layer that I can go to. So anyway, I see this image and or this memory that I remember of us, and the love that was beaming from his eyes, and his big smile and his joy, and how he and I had such a bond. My mom, we both love my mom, and my mom did love both of us. But my mom is a more stoic person. And I think that's in part because her mom passed away when she was 3. And I think about that now because my daughter's 3. And she's so attached to me that I can't even imagine what my mom went through, to not have her mother. And then because her father was a single dad and a farmer, she and her brother had to go to an aunt's house and get raised primarily there. I just, anyway, all of that is, I say all that to say that I have compassion and empathy for why my mom was never able to love me in the way that I needed. It's not a judgment on her. It is really just facts, right? Anyway, my relationship with my mom was always more transactional, I guess. Mom's love language, she has two of them. One is food, which mom can cook. She poured a lot of love into her dishes. And then the other was criticism. And the criticism, her intention was good, right? Her intention was to make sure that I'm good, perfect, so nobody else would have a reason to criticize me. So everything was rules and regulations with mom, like wear this, not that, comb your hair, so much was about appearances and what other people would think. And my mom also, and I'm guilty of this too, I do this. If other people are around, outside of the nuclear family, or the close friends or whatever, she pays attention more to the people that are like the guests. And we always had guests. We always had people living with us when I was growing up. I mean, even when I was born, there were my parents, like a lot of wonderful immigrant parents, they helped other people come to the country. And so that meant being free room and shelter, room and board, whatever. Free food, free roof, right? For many, many, many people for many, many, many years. What that meant for my relationship with my mother and my dad's relationship with his wife, I'm an only child, is that we often felt abandoned by my mom, and so we bonded. Again, none of this is criticism, it's just facts. So my dad and I had this unreal bond. Unreal, how strong, how beautiful. I felt like I was so important and that I could do anything. It was a beautiful love until it wasn't. And it wasn't when I came out of the closet as a lesbian, when I was 21 to them. I came out to myself at 19. By the way, news flash, I no longer identify as a lesbian. I'll tell you more about that another time, but anyway. He was so ashamed. My dad had so much unhealed depression. He wouldn't get treatment for it. He had so much shame. He felt like he couldn't face the community. He stepped away from his friends, all because I came out as gay. And I embarrassed him. And then he withheld his love from me. And so the moral of the story, why I shared all of this, is because it is, I realize today that is part of the nobody loves you. Nobody loves me. Because the person I had the biggest, most beautiful bond, right? That's a friend. the most beautiful bond with, rejected me. He still loved me, and I knew that because I pick up on energy, and I knew no matter what, he still loved me, but he couldn't show it. He couldn't express it. He couldn't allow himself to feel it. He couldn't give himself the compassion of doing the work for himself and for the benefit of someone that he loved so much. Anyway, so I share all of this to say that this is another layer, right? And this explains to me why the need to be perfect, why it's so scary to be your authentic self. For me, maybe other people, maybe you relate to that. It's so scary to be your true self, because if you are and you get rejected, that is so painful. Like, so painful. So, what do, right? Take advantage of this time. If you can't do it during a full moon, who cares? Just saying that energetically there's more oomph to revealing what's in the shadows. But if there's anything that's happening in your life where you're like, I'm doing all the things, but something's not clicking, something's not right, chances are that there are things, aspects of you lurking in the shadows that just need to be acknowledged. Simply acknowledging something, giving it space, especially the things that feels too scary, too dark, too whatever to face. That's enough to help dissolve it. All right, well, I love you. I wish you luck on this life journey. And again, as we heal ourselves deeper and deeper, as we're more authentic and honest with ourselves and show the truth, the good, the bad, the ugly, whatever, I think we heal the world. We heal the collective consciousness. We are all part of that. We cannot divorce ourselves from the collective consciousness, and the collective consciousness cannot divorce itself from us. So one way for us to help create a world of peace, love, joy is to start authentically, honestly doing the work within ourselves so that we can lighten the load for the collective. I love you. Bye.